morning everybody. I'll be shooting this entire video not on my iPhone but I'll be shooting this entire video using my 6-year-old mid-range Android smartphone. Currently shooting this on my Realme mid-range Android phone, Realme 6 Pro. As you know, I've been using this device for the past 5 or 6 years as my primary and secondary phone. And I've been using this phone since the beginning of my vlog journey back in September 2020 up until I got my new iPhone, the iPhone 15 in 2023, the month of October, on the last week. Currently, this is shot at 1080p at 30 frames per second on my ultra-wide. That is the only maximum resolution I can shoot ultra-wide. This is now shot on my main camera, but still 1080p. And you can also still notice a bit of overexposure situations where, the video kind of just, making it slightly less pleasant to watch. And I have a solution to that. I would use another third-party application that pretty much solves what I'm experiencing now. I guess I got it. This is now shot on the third-party application that I just installed from Google Play here on my Android phone. And the exposure looks much clearer now, and it's now shot at 4K at 30 frames per second. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be able to crank the frame per second option from 30 to 60 frames per second simply because the chipset that powers this Android smartphone that I'm using to shoot the content right now is not capable of shooting higher, frame per second footage. The footage seems significantly different from the iPhone that I would normally shoot this type of content. The video quality is a little bit questionable, and the audio quality is actually far off from what I'm expecting from the video camera. What I've also noticed when shooting this on my Android phone is that whenever I zoom or do stills, it's not very consistent. The video quality somehow diminishes. The moment I get inside my room, which is dimly lit, you really can notice a significant amount of noise. The video quality is subpar. Shot on my iPhone 15, the video quality kind of looks like this. It's a little bit more natural, it's cleaner. It's because the sensor size of my iPhone 15 is bigger than the sensor size of the camera of the Android smartphone. Specification wise, this 6-year-old mid-range Android smartphone can still pretty much run simple applications like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or X, etc. But ever since 5 or 6 years of continuous incremental updates that have been added up into these applications have since become slower. And the gaming, I wouldn't say it's one of the best for a 6-year-old Android mid-range smartphone. I guess it can still do well considering that the chipset that powers the Android smartphone had used to be one of the most powerful mid-range Android smartphones back in the year 2020. In terms of battery though, I've been using this Android smartphone for the past 5 or 6 years, and I've really noticed a significant downgrade in the battery shelf life. That means what used to be like 5 or 6 hours of continuous use of the Android smartphone would already take about 3 to 4 hours of continuous use of this smartphone. When we talk about like you just scrolling, watching YouTube, and then just a bit of gaming, yes, that's how long it would take this Android phone to kind of, drain the battery. Also, what also interested me the moment I unboxed that Android smartphone back in 2020 is the fast charging capability, which is actually as fast as my iPhone 15 that I'm currently using to shoot this video. And I don't think I can achieve this feature anymore because I'm using my old charging brick and my old Android charging smartphone cable. Let me just go ahead and power this phone up. 25%. And it used to be that whenever I plug my Android phone in, there should be like a symbol that tells me that the phone is charging rapidly. But because of this old charger and probably because of the software not already particularly interacting with the hardware, the feature has since been significantly downgraded. And since my 3 to 4 years of using my Android as more like a camera option back in my earlier years of vlogging, I have such a good experience. Not great because somehow there will be times when I will use my Android phone, I will shoot it with my main camera, and sometimes there will be like a 3-second freeze or pause of frames. Yes, I actually made a video about that. I guess I've got to go to school. Okay, sorry. This is actually shot on my iPhone. Don't worry, maybe more of these shots will come from my Android phone. It's just that I did not happen to bring my Android phone with me because I might fear that I'll end up running out of storage. Wasn't able to free up as much. So to tell you that I've already finished my school up. Just hop into 2 classes. Right, we're currently strolling around the mall because we're currently strolling around the mall. We just did a bit of shopping, and right now we're going to dine in at KFC. I actually used to shoot my content on my Android smartphone and I actually love the process. That is also when I was able to learn about the ISO or the exposure, the shutter speed, the white balance. And I also was able to know why it is important for me to get my video leveled as well as the exposure, whether or not I am at focus in the video or not. I was able to learn so much with it, and that is why I decided to just start shooting this content on my iPhone. Yes, though I could still be able to achieve great video quality on my other Android smartphone, but I wasn't able to bring it with me right now because I would probably run out of storage, and that shooting the content for at least 3 minutes would literally take me about 2 gigabytes of storage. So yeah, that's my experience with shooting this content right now on my Android smartphone. Somehow still big difference in video quality, but that was how my video quality in my vlogs used to look like. And I guess with this experience I was able to just cherish and then celebrate my little tiny incremental updates that I was able to put in the making of these videos. And so far so good. You would kind of assume that this is shot on a DSLR considering the exposure that I locked and the video quality that kind of somehow feels like it is shot on a higher quality video camera, while in fact this is only shot on an Android smartphone, a particularly smaller sensor than DSLR camera sensors. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, I'm really leaning towards making better videos starting today, that hopefully as I traverse many more days, I'll be able to, get better at storytelling. I'm still in the... If you're watching this on YouTube, if you have not subscribed, I will be delighted to have seen you hit that subscribe button right now. If you're watching this on Facebook, you might want to do the same thing by clicking that like or follow button. Alright, I guess, yeah. This is a promise to make better videos, better vlogs. I'll see you in the next video.